Hello, my name is Jeffrey Demery. Most of us have met before. Either I was your eighth grade history teacher or you've seen me around the building subbing. With no Mr. Hinton and me being the history department chair for West High, it means I've got to step up and figure out how to get us from here to you getting your credits in this course being over at the end of the school year. So I want to use this video to tell you the plan. Take your time to listen to it someplace where you can hear it in full. Make sure you listen to the end because at the end parts of this video, I have some important information for you. But you really need to hear it all, to be honest. If I met you in eighth grade, I kept telling you my goal was to get you to the downstairs, to get you to high school. Well, now that I'm meeting you again, my goal is to get you your credits so that you can go on and graduate and live your best life and try to make this as easy for us as we can. Let's see. Grades for quarter three and going forward is the main part of this conversation. I can tell you that we're looking for a long-term substitute teacher. Not sure when or if we will find one. We'll obviously let you know about that when we know ourselves. But even with the sub, I'm going to be the person responsible for putting your grades and responsible for lesson planning. So I left all kinds of contact information around the classroom. Make sure that you use it if you need to get a hold of me. You can email me, send a message through Schoology, or you can always pop up to my classroom in 3210. So let's see, quarter three. Quarter three grades are in. I'm tired, but I got all of my grades done and Hinton's grades done. Meaning I went through that classroom and collected all the pieces of paper I could find. And with the help of some awesome other staff in the building, we graded it, and I believe I put in grades for everybody I possibly had a grade for. So double check PowerSchool, see how you feel about what you're seeing in there. I can tell you that the last two assignments I only graded if you turned them in, meaning they can only possibly help you. I also changed your lowest possible grade from, instead of a 0% like Mr. Hinton had it, I changed it to a 50%. Those two things helped a lot of you, so you're welcome. Again, I want you to pass, I want you to get credit so that we can move on with our lives here. There's a small pile of quarter three work that's still left on the teacher's desk if you want to go through it and see if any of it was yours. I just couldn't put those students, I couldn't find those students in PowerSchool. Often they didn't have a last name. All right, now explaining a magic trick of what's going to happen in quarter four, how I'm going to be in two places at once. Actually three, because I've got band rehearsal here in 6 minutes, so I've got to be fast. My classroom, 3210, is the furthest away from Hinton's as it possibly could be, which makes this kind of fun. So I came up with the brainwave of teaching this kind of like we did during the pandemic. I'll have everything uploaded on the Schoology. Schoology is your new friend for this class. And that'll make everything easy. If we do everything through Kami, then it'll be easy enough for you to mark and for the turn in, and we won't have 1,000 sheets of paper floating around anymore. And that way I can also give other people access to help me to grade it so we can keep track of things a bit better than what it was. I'm going to need the sub or the teacher in the room to tell me about pacing, about how fast we should go with some of the stuff. The plan that we'll have is to take a tour of the continents. We'll start in South America. When we're done with there, we'll head to Europe and keep on going. So talk to the sub if you have questions or the teacher in the room because I'm physically not going to be there. But again, you could always send me messages through email. That said, one last important message. I added a new class to PowerSchool about attendance and participation. I think I'm going to call it a participation grade, kind of in quotes. That classroom is a mess down there. I know you haven't really had a proper teacher for a while, but it's been disrespected and it's just trash everywhere. I've also been told by people in the building that you guys attend late, generally speaking, and there's a lot of people from the geography class in the hallways. We got to change that around. If that keeps, and I've also got to give the sub some means of doing something other than just yelling at you. So yeah, we'll have a participation grade. If you're out in the hallways, if you're generally running amok or being disrespectful of the classroom, the environment, we can always mark you down that way, and that should hopefully keep your behavior kind of at the expectations that we hope for at your grade maturity level. That being said, I'm going to wish you a very good fourth quarter. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm going to run the band rehearsal, and I'll see you in the hallways. All right, peace.